Yes, sir. Another episode, Random Acts of Podcast. We back in the building. It's your boy, Ampavelli.
Mr. Jake.
My co-host, man. How you feeling today?
I can't complain, my brother. I can't complain.
Beautiful Saturday morning. You probably can't tell 'cause I got a hoodie on. Everybody else got on tees, but
it's funny.
It's a nice Florida day.
Normally, I'm the chilly one.
Yeah, I was a little chilly today, man. So I had to throw the hoodie on, man. But anyway, man, let's cut all the chitter chatter, man. This is a special episode, man. I'm really excited for this one. This one been about a month in the making, man.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So, man, we got I'm to be honest, man. He the hottest designer to me in the city.
Talk to him. Got the
homie Los, man.
Hey, what they do, y'all?
What's good,
yes,
bro?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the peoples, man.
Hey, man. My name Carlos, man. I'm straight out of the east side of Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a designer and love what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, for everybody that's wondering, everything that he got on today is designed by himself. Yes, sir. You can find it in his collection for sure. The vintage Florida A&M tee. I'm gonna have to grab me one, sir.
Got to. This is actually the first HBCU shirt I done made with the brand. So
okay.
Yeah, I got to start with FAMU. So
yes, sir.
Tallahassee like my second home. So.
There it is.
Yeah. So let me derail it a little bit with that particular shirt. Or just in general, are you gonna do more HBCUs, or you just gonna stick it to FAMU only?
Nah, I gotta go all the way. So I want to get the people's opinion. I'm gonna ask them, but yeah, I definitely want to do different HBCUs.
Yeah, you gotta get BCC in there, all that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
I feel like
EWC, yeah.
I feel like
EW is a must.
Yeah, EW a must. Even though EWC is in Jacksonville, I feel like FAMU is like the Jacksonville HBCU.
100%.
80% of the Black people from in general go to FAMU, so it's just like that's just like the Jacksonville.
It's a lot more history. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of history.
Yeah, I remember for a second everybody was just saying whatever school you went to, that's just like the high school. I mean, like the college version of that high school.
Yeah.
So example, Los, you went to Wolfson. Well, we all went to Wolfson. Everybody was saying Wolfson is pretty much, FAMU is like Wolfson College, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
but it's like even with Reigns, a lot of people from Reigns end up going to FAMU.
Straight up.
And it's just FAMU it's in that bloodline.
100%.
Yeah, my mom was in the Marching 100. So
okay,
that's dope.
My uncle
was
in the Marching 100.
Yeah, got a lot of family went to FAMU. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let's get more into your story, man. So you say you're from the east side. Usually, man, me and Joe, we be tallying up. He from the south side. I rep the north side, so we ain't get a tally today. Man. So what was your upbringing like on the east side?
Man, it was just we moved out east. Probably 7th grade when I was in 7th grade. So. Man, it was just different because we moved from the north. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I stayed on the north, but when we moved out east, it was like a whole nother world, man.
Man, that's Jacksonville.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
Yeah, but out east was just it just family, man. The east side just family, and even going back to my grandma growing up out east. So I went to church out east. Right. So the east side was just always there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when we moved out there, man, it was just. They still embraced us, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no easy run, but
right.
Yeah, but they embraced us, you know what I'm saying? So it's real family out there. And we just, you know what I'm saying, everything just came together out there.
So let me ask this, at what age were you when you started to want to design and think about, fashion as a career choice?
I would say middle school.
Okay.
You know around 13, 14. That's when I started really going into shopping places and just looking at clothes and be like, man, I look at it I change that. I start looking at clothes differently.
Yeah.
Some people man, I like it how it is. I want to wear that. But when I start looking at clothes, I was like, man, I would have changed that. You know what I'm saying? I would have did it this way. I would have did that colorway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I started looking at clothes different. You know what I'm saying? But even when I was young, it was just growing up, man, I was just always infatuated with fashion and sneakers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I always gravitated toward it.
Was I the only one that used to have sneakers and draw sneakers and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's how I started with me.
Yeah. My brother does that today, my youngest brother, and I always found that interesting that it still carries on in the way it does. But what were some of your inspirations when it comes to fashion, whether it be brands or even designers? I'm sure the designers came later, but
yeah, they came later. The first people that made me really look at fashion, just growing up, like you say, watching TV shows, music videos, like, you know what I'm saying, Martin, of course, Martin, Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A Different World. You know what I'm saying? Looking at Dwayne and Ron. And, you know what I'm saying? Just looking at different styles. Like, I didn't even understand it, but I was like, man, them boys, man, that's raw.
Yeah.
Man,
The way they putting it together.
Yeah, them boys dead raw. You know what I'm saying? I like how they doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gravitated toward, like, man, I want to get that, man. Even then, I was looking at clothes like that. Like, man, I would still wear like this, though. This raw, but I would change that and wore it like this. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that was, like, my inspirations and, yeah, stuff like that. Like, Tommy Hilfiger, all that growing up. You knew the names. Like, you had Carcanine, you know what I'm saying? Looking at music videos. So all of that stuff played a role. Even Dapper Dan, like
100%.
Even when I was younger, I was hearing about Dapper Dan and New York, and that was like the mecca of fashion. So I was already listening to that kind of stuff when I was younger.
Right.
So so it just, you know what I'm saying? All that was inspiration to me. Without even knowing it was inspiration, like not even knowing I really got a passion for it. Because it was just so natural to me to like it. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
So let me ask you also, Lo, let's go back to your neighborhood. How much does your neighborhood mean to your brand?
Man, it mean a lot, man. Because, man, they support me so much, like, you know what I'm saying? And they embrace me for something that they saw in me too.
Right.
And I didn't even know that until I started my brand. You know what I'm saying? Till people really started telling me, like, man, Carlos, man, we're not even surprised that you going down this lane, because they saw something too. So my neighborhood saw something when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I was always the one that wanted to be clean, you know what I'm saying? Like people used to look at me crazy because I was from out east. So, you know, in fashion, we was kids, you know what I'm saying? They had Dickies and all of that, you know what I'm saying? The whole neighborhood was wearing Dickies.
100%.
I never wore Dickies a day of my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, flea market days when they was putting the things on us, man, it just wasn't never me, you know what I'm saying?
You know
what I'm saying? I ain't never want to wear Dickies and all. I was just different, man. I was different. I had my own style. I wanted to wear what I wanted to wear. No?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What made me comfortable.
For sure.
Yeah, I always had my own identity.
So we talked a little bit before we started recording, but you bringing up your comfortability made me want to ask this on air. So how important is comfortability in fashion?
Man, very important.
I think today we see, you know, a more European style, a lot more tighter clothes, you know, smaller T-shirts, things of that sort. Do you feel like we're seeing as many people getting fits off today as we did in the 90s?
Man, it's crazy. I would say that. I would say that, man. I would say that. But like being comfortable, man, that's like a big part of fashion. Because like you say, man, you can spend thousands of dollars on an outfit, man, but man, deep down you like, man, this ain't even me, man. I'm just trying to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be cool, but you know what I'm saying? But guess what? You don't even know, man, other people can see that too. They like, man, they ain't really you, man. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna be comfortable, man. Like, don't be afraid to buy that vintage T-shirt or something that's $10, because you might wear it, and guess what? Man,
right.
People might think that shirt costs about $1,000 the way you wearing it.
Straight up.
So you know what I'm saying? It's all about how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself in your clothes. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself in your fashion. So being comfortable is everything.
100%.
It's everything. That's like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody else would have wore shirts with holes in it, they be like, man, that ain't nothing, man. But it's how Kanye carry it.
Yeah, confidence. No matter if he wearing like a big ass garbage bag, he got confidence in his look.
That's Jay. Yeah, that's Jay. You know what I'm saying? He always was confident. You know what I'm saying? His music and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's going a little left right now, but
a little left.
That boy out of bounds.
But with fashion, he a statement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was always confident. You know what I'm saying? So that play a big role. And like you said, the European way, it's kind of taking over right now, man.
For sure.
It's taking over our culture right now. Like, man, like you said, with small shirts and, you know what I'm saying, stuff that, like, man, we ain't come from that culture, man.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. So just keep it original.
I do like to see a more, not to say, I guess we could say it, tailored look. You know what I mean? I do like a more tailored look, but folks wearing too small T-shirts and too small jeans, I can't get down with it. Can't get down with it.
Yeah, and actually my clothes tailored. Like, I kind of get it a little tailor fit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on what I'm making, but you know, sometimes you want the tailor fit, but you don't want it too tight.
Right. That's
it. Yeah. You don't want it too tight, man.
So, in your designing journey, what are some of the adversities you face?
Like right now, just getting the right, I would say, getting the right materials. You know what I'm saying? Getting the right. I'm trying to think. What's a real big one? Yeah, I would say that, like, just the quality, because I want my quality to be A1. So it's like, man, just getting the right materials and the right cotton and all of that kind of stuff. Like, the stuff people ain't really watching, but they'll see it when they put it in their hand.
Right.
They'll feel it and be like, oh, yeah, well, this real deal here. Like, this ain't no thin, you know what I'm saying, no flea market shirt or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, get with vendors that's on point with that. Because they got to make it how I want it, man.
Yeah.
It ain't going to get made.
When you do, my fault.
No, go ahead.
When you do your vendors, do you like meet with them like face to face, or like do you like outsource?
Outsource.
Okay.
But it depends.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you about to ask.
But some vendors I do get to meet though. You know what I'm saying? I get to meet and shake their hands and talk with them and be like, yeah, I want this, but yeah, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it over phone, and they'll send me like sample books. You know what I'm saying? So I can do it that way. So
with the sample books, are you able to like get a feel of the quality, you know, see different shades, things of that sort, I'd imagine?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now, how many vendors would you say that you've been through in this process? Like, is it something that you're constantly looking for new vendors, or is it something to where, you know, once you found one, you're pretty good? For those that are watching and that might want to start a brand for themselves or be interested in following this same path, what is some advice you could give in that regard?
You might take some losses.
100%.
Yeah, I took some major losses, man. Like trying to find manufacturers and vendors, man, that can do it like I want to do it. So I took some losses with that.
People don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah,
but
that's a part of the game. I mean,
it's definitely a part of the game. So
with anything, any new venture that you try, whether it's the learning phase, the experimental phase, you know, or just even testing things out, you could have a perfect t-shirt, put it in the wash, and it ruins, you know what I mean?
Facts.
You definitely gonna lose some money starting out.
But when you do find it, but when I did find the right ones, man, I stuck with them. Like, and, I guess because when I first started, like, this is only my second year, but when I first started, man, I was coming back. Yeah. So quick, you know what I'm saying? They was like, man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We like you, know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep them, you know what I'm saying? They on point, you know what I'm saying? But before I found them, man, I had to take, like you said, man, that
it's a curve.
Yeah, boy. You gonna take some L's, boy. Yeah, you gotta be ready for that now.
For sure.
Yeah, you're gonna take some L's, and like you say, man, you really can't. Another thing is, some people might be like, man, I want to use that vendor, but guess what? That vendor might not be right for your brand.
Exactly. So that's a good point.
Yeah, you got to know exactly what you want to do, and the audience you trying to target, you know what I'm saying? You got to know exactly where you trying to go with your stuff.
100%.
Because guess what? Now you finna be a follower. You might just get that vendor. Somebody might give it to you, but, man, that ain't the vendor you really need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to really find your lane.
So I've heard some horror stories with using outsourced vendors to where people have gotten designs, you know, stolen, or the design was shared amongst many. How do you go?
Hold on, Joe. You know, it's a big one that nobody mentioned. Somebody, it'll be good with the vendor, but when it's time to ship, it don't make it through customs.
Oh,
nobody brings that up. Nobody brings that up.
That is a huge point.
That definitely happened. And I'm gonna tell you this before we even get on this part, man. Trademark, man. Make sure you trademark your logo, trademark your name, because without that, man, it's gonna get stolen regardless. Somebody can take it regardless. So hey, y'all be on point with that, man. Don't play with that trademarking, man.
You think that should be like the first?
That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Real quick, go ahead and educate the people, because a lot of people think trademarking is as easy as copywriting. No. And it's nothing similar. It's nothing of the sort.
Not at all. So the trademark, I'm talking about, it took me, I'm just getting it, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with y'all, and it took months, man, over a year just to get that, you know what I'm saying? But it's so important to have that, man, because, man, people can take any little thing off your logo, off your name, and man, you don't want to put that work in, and this, man, somebody just snatch it from you like that, because it can happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody have it too, you know what I'm saying?
I saw a story recently, a lady designed for the Harlem Globetrotters, a brand that was titled like Undercrown something, took the exact same design and changed the words.
Man. And a lot of that going on right now, like, man, like you can look at, like, man, just candy pieces, all kinds of like logos, and people just switching it up on them. You know what I'm saying? They just switching it up, and it's hard to do it with a design because it's so many designs, man. They can change anything. So you can say it inspired you, because I can honestly say that, like even with some designs I done made, man, it's inspired by something. You know what I'm saying? So it's not actually taking them, but you know, something inspire your stuff. And you can go for that.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, you can go for that. But with a design, man, it's really hard, man, because there's so many designs, man. That's not like a logo or nothing like that. So people they going to take that regardless. So
100%.
Yeah.
That's why you got to have different options, man. You got to be creative.
For sure.
Be creative,
for sure.
man. So you can, so when something don't work out, man, don't worry about it, man. I got something in my mind, I'm going to come up with something else.
Yep.
You got to be creative.
That is
Stay creative, man.
That's a good fact.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's issue. Like they'll make something, and then like it ain't really work, and then they get like discouraged and they'll stop. But like, nah, you gotta keep it going. That's
consistency is key.
That's
key,
we say that every time. People think like, oh, that's just like the phrase to say, but nah, that's like legit how it is.
It really is. I mean, so Los, both you and I are in this market to where, you know, we're selling directly to our audience. We don't have, you know, vendors to sell for us, or people that might mitigate some of the issues for us, right? So in that regard, it can definitely be challenging dealing with things like customs or any minor setback, right? How do you face those challenges? Let's say your shipment arrives late. Let's say that and I'm gonna just give a few scenarios to see, you know, in your line, how are you handling these things? Shipment might arrive late. You know, there might be a quality issue on some of the designs, or you realize that you're not ready to launch.
All right, so check this out. So being an owner and being in control of everything, that's kind of like your advantage. So I know that can happen, but the people don't know that can happen. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna know, because I'm not finna put nothing out unless it's completely A1. Until even if it's a mess up, people will never know it's a mess up until, you know what I'm saying, until I get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna make sure everything good before I even put that out. So the people would never know that. So that's the good thing about being an owner and being in control of stuff. Because that done happened to me before. I done got stuff in late, like, man, dang, I wanted to do this drop then, but man, I'm finna just push it back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it back. But when I actually get it in and it's A1, then that's when I start going forward. So if it ain't got I ain't got the merch yet, if it ain't A1 yet, man, I'm not even finna go to the next level. I ain't even gonna start barking. I ain't even gonna start barking, because that, like I said, that's a setback. Because
it is.
Now you don't put it out in the atmosphere, man. People waiting on it, but you ain't got it yet. You ain't even received it yet. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look at it and it's like, man, these ain't even right, man. I gotta send these back. So yeah, man. So I would just wait until you actually get everything in this A1.
So I asked that to see this. When you started out, I'm sure you had a few encounters that were similar to where you might have planned everything around this release, and there was some kind of a even if it was a momentary setback, there was a lapse in time. What was it for you that said, I'm going to continue? I'm going to stay consistent with this?
Man, good example, man. When I had my pop-up, I had the first pop-up, and I had everything but the shirts. So I'm like, man, I'm talking about Ben had everything but the shirts. And I had they made the shirts, but I had to send them back. So that took time. So I was really just sitting on it. So I'm like, man, like I was supposed to do this then. Like, man, now I got to push this pop-up back and see what's going on. But at first I was finna drop it. Like I was like, man, you know what, man, I'm just finna sell this and man, I'm gonna just do something else. You know what I'm saying? But it was I knew that was part of the plan. I wasn't finna mess up my plan just because of one mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I knew how big that was. And shout out to Avenue Grill, because that's why I did the pop-up at.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right in the neighborhood. And it sold out too, man. And
that's
it sold
what's
out.
up.
Yeah, the neighborhood showed up, man. People showed up and it sold out, man. So I'm glad I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I didn't stop, man, because I really could have stopped, man, and went to another drop. And it was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just do this next drop and I'll come back to this next year or something, because it just wasn't. Like they was messing up, man. I'm like, man, I cannot get these shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, stay at it, man. Stay at it. Don't let nobody stop the plan.
For sure.
Don't stop the plan.
Don't let nothing stop the plan, man.
Don't
Honestly,
let nothing stop your plan, man. Keep going, man.
All right,
Because you're going to take them losses, but you know what I'm saying? You got to keep going, man.
For sure.
Going.
Let's build on that a little bit. So Avenue Grill, man, that's a legendary restaurant pretty much.
Yeah.
So how did that pop-up come about? Because you did it all the way, man. You said that was your first pop-up?
That was my first pop-up.
Avenue Grill, legendary restaurant, and then you had Frico Rico do the design. That's a legendary designer. So like,
yes, man.
I'm a big fan of him. I love I'll be on his IG all the time looking at his like drawings.
Legendary.
How did both of those come about? How did that pop-up come out at Avenue Grill? How did the Frico Rico design come about?
All right, so Frico Rico, I'm gonna get on him first. So man, I actually, like you said, man, just looked at all his work, and you know what I'm saying, I used to watch his cartoon, all kinds of stuff he used to do with comics and stuff. So I'm like, man, I reached out to him on IG. And actually, man, the first time I reached out to him, man, it wasn't even about the artwork. Like, he a good father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how we linked. That's how the conversation started. I'm like, man, I like what you're doing with your art, man. But man, I appreciate what you're doing with your kids too, because man, I'm a father. I can relate to him. I'm like, man, I'm chasing my dream, and man, I got my kids and stuff like that, man. And I just love what he was doing with his kids. Like, he put his kids in everything he do. So, you know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. Remind me of me. You know what I'm saying? I love fatherhood. That's everything to me, man. That's number one to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we reached out. He reached back out like, man, that's what's up, man. And I appreciate it, man. Then that's how we got on the topic. Like, man, I got something that I want you to draw for me. And we just started exchanging ideas, and that went on for a little minute, but we got it right, man. We got it right. So, man, I was like, man, this the first pop-up, man, with Frico. I was like, man, this gotta go.
Yes, sir.
This gotta go. Like, man, I this gotta get finished. So,
for sure.
And with Avenue Grill, man, being in the same neighborhood as Cookie, that's who over the Avenue Grill, that's who owned it. So me and Cookie was always, man, we linked up before this, like, man, we was like on some neighborhood stuff. So we was already cool, real cool. So and mutual friends, you know what I'm saying? So man, we just linked up, and I'm like, man, you want to do this? Because I want to do it in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I want to do it right here. Right. We need to have this out east, you know what I'm saying? Because all the stuff that going on the east side, people hear a lot of bad stuff, man. But that was so positive to me. So I'm like, man, we need to do this here. Cookie was with it, and man, it went down. Like, we made it work. Man.
That's what's up.
We made it work, man. So shout out to Cookie, man.
So I noticed that you do a lot of community events. How important is that to you?
Man, very important. Very important, because when I was young, man, I knew I would have jumped on this journey earlier if I saw an example.
Right.
I knew I would have. If I was in middle school and somebody came in up talking about a clothing line and, man, making sneakers, and man, I would have jumped on it earlier. I would have knew off the bat, like, man, I'm finna do that.
Right.
So, but we never saw it.
Yeah.
We never saw it. So we're going to like boys' homes, and you know what I'm saying, and doing that, man, I can see the look on their faces when they're like, man, that's dope, man. Like, 'cause I would have been the same way.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and that's when you start realizing, man, you really doing your purpose. When you reaching kids, man, you reaching people younger than you, and they looking up to you. Because when I went to the boys' home, and that's the first time I ever did something like that. So they're like, man, just talk about it, and I talked about it. And it's just after that, man, the kids want me to sign hats and all that. So it's like, man, dang, this really something, man. Like, you don't know who you gonna spark in that room.
Yeah,
you might not spark all of them, but you might catch one boy for real, and he gonna take it serious. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. You gonna catch that one kid, man. You gonna take it serious. Like, boy, I'm glad this dude came. Boy, I want to do this. Like, I don't want to do it. Yeah, I want to do this.
Boy, might grow up and create the next FUBU.
I'm trying to tell you. You don't know what you're gonna spark. So
straight up.
Yeah. So it's very important, and you know what I'm saying. Kids, they the future. You know how that goes. They the future. So as long as I can do my part with that, and you know what I'm saying, to be positive with it, and man, I'm doing my purpose, and I feel like I'm doing a good purpose.
For sure.
So that mean a lot to me, man.
Well, yeah, man. What is one of your favorite designs? Give us how did it come about? You know what I mean? What sparked the inspiration for you? Things of that sort.
My logo, man.
That's a good one, actually.
My logo, cause man, I drew that out, like, man, like, and I'm gonna tell you how it came about. Cause when I had a clothing line before 89 Los Originals.
Okay.
It was called Pride Apparel, but when I did it, somebody else designed it. You know what I'm saying? I just told them what I wanted to do, and somebody else designed it. But I kind of end up stopping because I had the resources that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like fell short. I was going through other stuff in life. You know what I'm saying? More priorities weren't the same. So man, I was like, man, this ain't it. So it kind of like just fell off. So man, when I got back on it, it's like, man, I know what I want. I had the vision. I was like, man, when I make this logo, when I make this design, it's going, you know what I'm saying, stand the test of time. I know it don't matter what year it is, man, it's gonna stick.
Right.
So man, when I made that and drew it, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Because it got that vintage look, but it's an urban look.
Right.
Like, it just represented me, man. It represented me, man.
So for the listeners who might not have seen it yet, can you go ahead and describe your logo to them?
Yeah, it's a triangle, man. It's like a vintage triangle. That was in a lot of 90s, 80s styles. You've seen triangles a lot.
You know those old jumpsuits.
Yes,
those Swiss jackets.
The sweat fits, man. The sweat fits.
That's what it is.
So yeah, but it also, what people don't know, man, it also represents a pyramid. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't have to draw a pyramid on it, but it represents a pyramid too, because you know what I'm saying, ancient Africa and all of that stuff play a role too. You know what I'm saying? So 89 is the top of the pyramid, where you can see, it's usually a sun at the top of the pyramid.
Right.
Which they call Ra. That's the sun god. But I switched it out and put 89.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can oversee everything. That's the year I was born. So you know what I'm saying? And
greatest year ever.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hold up now. 1990 got something to say, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody messing with 89.
90 got something to say. I'm just saying, 90 was like the birth of like greatness.
Yeah.
You know what
and I don't know, it's a piece of it right here though, man. And you can see the Los Originals, man. My name Carlos, so I put Los. Some people call me Los. A lot of people call me Los. And Originals, man, like, it's original, man.
Yes,
as soon as you see it, you gonna be like, man, that's original, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's him. Like, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Even when you put it on, man, you gonna feel like that. Like, when you put my clothes on, man, you gonna feel like, man, this serious, man. Like, this ain't you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing somebody just threw at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's some time put in this right here, man. It's some work put in this, you know what I'm saying? So, so
it definitely shows.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's it. And when I came up with that, man, I just knew it was it. I say, that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, and the logo hard too, because like, I know you ain't ever gonna run out of ideas, but let's say you just go through like a couple months where like, I ain't really gonna drop nothing. You can just drop that logo and just flip it in another color.
Yep.
Change the design on it a little bit. Put a color behind it. You could do a bunch with that logo.
You could go crazy with that, yeah. And then even going back to the 90s, like you say, flipping it all kinds of ways and kind of, piecing it together across a jacket, a shirt, things like that. Yeah, it would definitely be dope. Real quick, man, I don't think we almost 30 minutes in and we haven't gotten to it yet. So I want to take this time to go ahead and bring up your shoes, man.
Yeah, he got his own custom shoes.
Yo, we got to talk about these, man, because they hard, man. Can we get you to lift them up?
Yeah,
show
man.
the people.
They 89 Los Original sneakers, man. But I know a lot of people, they're doing a lot of stuff with the Jordan 1 silhouette right now. So, man, with me, I just want to be different and keep that vintage style. So, man, the silhouette is actually from the Air Force 3s, you know what I'm saying, with a Nike SB dunk sole. So,
yeah,
man, they came out dope, man. Like, this is just a sample pair, so I'm still working, man. But, I give y'all a glimpse on.
Nah, those
shoes are amazing.
They are hard as fuck.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, man.
And I love the high top, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see that often anymore today. Even Jordan dropped,
they stopped it, man.
They drop one high top a year now.
Facts, man. These high top. These like Air Force, Air Force Command.
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? Like above the rim.
Yeah.
So I wanted that feel in there. So man, they gonna grab your ankles, man. So yeah.
Did you think about like rec ball, basketball, and such with this any?
Definitely.
Okay. Because I was gonna say I could see those on court for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely. David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man. I just want to bring that feel back, man. Bring that feel back, man. So. Yeah, they feel like home to me, man. So I know, man, y'all love them. So I know the people love them too, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When they come out, I got copper to it.
For sure, man.
We gotta clap that
up. For sure.
And it's crazy, man. Like when it comes to like sneaker designs, and like everybody can make T-shirts.
It takes a real.
Yeah, when you making your own sneakers, you at another level.
Yeah.
like a real genius to make some hard sneakers, bro. For real.
You gotta be creative, man.
At 100%. Any point in your life, did you ever think you gonna have your own sneaker?
Never, man. But you know what I'm saying? As I got older, man, I was like, man, anything is possible, man. When I started getting in that mindset, I'm like, man, you know what, man? I love sneakers, man. I can make it sneaker, man. I can do it now. Mm-hmm. All these resources now, man, I can do it.
Straight up.
I can do it. So it's gonna get done.
Yes, sir.
And it is done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So when it was time to make the sneaker, like what made you at what point did you like go into development for the sneaker?
I would say like, man, it took a minute because man, I had to draw it right. I had to make sure the drawing was right, the height was right. Just make sure the material was right. But when I went into it, like went into it, it was still a lot of stuff I had to do, man. Cause you got to make sure the vendor can really get what you trying to make come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they trying to make it come to life. So you know what I'm saying? So man, it still had to go through some stuff, but man, we got it done, man.
So for anybody that's interested in following that path as well, when you were designing, was this something that you had to get digitized? Did you just send over sketches? How did that process go?
Sending over sketches.
Okay.
Yeah, sending over sketches, and after that, because they got the sketch, so they know what you trying to do, but other than that, man, it's just detail. You know what I'm saying? It's like how much detail you really want to put in your sneaker.
Right.
So all of that start playing a role. So it take time, man.
I can imagine.
It's different from clothes, man.
100%.
It's different from clothes, man. So yeah, it take time, man. But yeah, it's worth it though. It's worth it, man.
Yeah, cause you don't want to drop just like random sneakers. Somebody put it on their feet be hurting.
Yeah, exactly.
Los, I was hooping in your shoe, bro. I broke my ankle.
Yeah, man.
Boy, that would kill marketing.
Yeah, for real.
I had seen that in the And1 doc. They were talking about. I don't know if y'all seen it.
I caught that.
Yeah, they were talking about how they gave the sneaker to Vince or somebody. No, they gave it to Stephon Marbury.
Marbury. I think it was his first game too.
Yeah, first game. Tore his Achilles in the sneaker.
Yeah.
Messed him up.
Man, I heard
he ain't wear them no more after that, did it? I think he ended up getting his own. I mean, I know he started the Marburys.
Yeah, that was like later on.
Yeah, that was years after.
Yeah, they were messed up for a while. They didn't bounce back until like Vince wore them in the dunk contest. Mm-hmm. When he wore them in that dunk contest, that kind of brought him back.
I had them joints too, man.
Yeah, I did.
Vince I had them in sixth grade, man. I think what that was 99.
Yeah.
I think that was 90. Was it?
99. I had a black and gray pair.
I had a black and gray. I want to say I had a black and blue pair, if I'm not mistaken.
I had the white navy blue pair, man.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
the white.
We had the white uniform.
Blue. Yeah. Oh my God, them shits was so hard. I had them in white and red too.
What? That was the 5 pair.
I went to Mayport.
That was the best one.
That was the best one. What?
That was my hooping shoes. Bruh.
White and red pair was so raw.
The jersey matched the shoes so hard. I was like, Mama, thank you.
Dang,
the next year, niggas wasn't talking about A&1s no more.
White and red was the best pair, but those was the hardest ones to find.
Straight up. I don't even know how we got them, bruh. I can't even remember.
Yeah, the white and red pair was crazy. It was crazy.
Cause that's the ones he was wearing when he was playing for the Raptors. Because they had like some like purple and like red jerseys.
Yeah, with the pinstripe. Yeah. With the jumbo wrapped on them.
It's funny too because them N1s were, if I remember correctly, affordable.
Yeah, they were.
They were really affordable.
They were cheap.
Yeah, they was.
Especially in comparison to anything else.
Yeah.
My mama was like, hey, we ain't getting no forces, but you can get these N1s.
Yeah, I think I got mine from what it was, Shoe Carnival or something like that.
Sir. Yeah, you can get the whole fit. You know what I'm saying? Get the little N1 man talking shit on your t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't guard me.
Yeah, with the big dude, no face. He ain't had no face on there. Yeah, no face.
Anybody could get it.
Shoe Carnival then the t-shirts with the slogans on them.
They had the hardest shirts to me, bro. They had the hardest shirts.
On some hoopage,
Yes.
Yeah. And1 had some raw shirts.
And1 might need to come back with them slogan shirts, bro.
Yeah, man.
Don't do those shoes, but drop them tees again.
Definitely, man. But sneakers always just played a big part too. Like since I was in elementary school, man, that's when I started getting into sneakers, man. So I got into them early, man. We was hype beats like, man, we was young.
100%. Who was your influence for getting into sneakers?
Man, Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan, man.
Okay.
Jordan, man. Michael Jordan. Even with fashion. A lot of people don't say Michael Jordan with fashion, but I watched Michael Jordan with fashion.
Michael Jordan had some fits.
He did have some fits. And then he had some jeans that just should have been burned.
Them jeans are wild with the wide leg, man. Yeah,
He could have wrapped the car with them jeans.
but Jordan, man, we was in elementary. I got a good friend named Craig, man. We was in elementary school, man. We used to get Jordans, man. We would switch our shoes, man.
Word.
Go to school, switch shoes, man. He'll have one pair, I have another pair, man.
Yeah,
We'd swap shoes and all that, man. But yeah, man, we was always hyped about Jordans, man, and sneakers, man. That was just always a thing.
For sure.
Always a thing, man.
Yeah, even back to talking about Wilson real quick. That was like that Jordan Monday.
Oh my
What,
God,
man?
bruh.
Wilson used to ban. I remember people used to leave school, man.
Yeah.
Leave school in the middle of the week, man. To go get Air Force Ones. Man, I remember them days.
First year I went to Wolfson, all I had was like Forces. I bought damn near every pair of Forces that came out that year, right? And I had never owned a pair of Jordans. My mama just, she couldn't afford them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wasn't buying Jordans for three grown boys. So I started working. I bought a whole bunch of Forces, right? I lived by the exchange, so I could get them for like $40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forces galore. Nigga, my 10th grade year, I realized, ain't nobody wearing, like, everybody got Jordans. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no Jordans,
they were swapping over, boy.
Yeah,
Switching over fast, too. Because Forces were getting it when you was in middle school. Then when high school came, they like, hey, man.
Hey, you broke?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
You weed at the crib? Like, you still wearing Forces, bro.
For real. But I love Forces, though. That was like my first love, to be honest, though, for real.
I never got rid of that love.
Man, Forces, like to be honest, like, they really making a comeback now on the low, though. I said, 100%. Man, Forces kind of coming back a little bit now, but
100%.
That was always just original shoe. That's like a Chuck Taylor, Air Force One. Just like, man, they ain't going
it's
nowhere.
Yeah, it's never going out of style.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere, man.
I need them to come back with some more funky styles, though. You know what I'm saying? Man, with the colors and whatnot, man.
Early 2000s, man. Oh, man.
No.
I haven't seen an Air Force One in a while that wowed me. I like the ones they did a little off-white collab.
Yeah, I miss
Which
all-white.
one?
I miss with the all-white.
They did like the off-white. They did like a lime green pair. They did like a bright yellow pair.
Those were hard. Those were hard. Yeah, those were hard.
Yeah, I haven't seen like an Air Force One that was like, oh man, I gotta have. This.
Yeah, it's hard to do it right because there's so many different varieties of sneakers now, man. Like, they can do anything now. I think I got a Reebok pair, man. They made like a Ghostbuster pair.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the theme's crazy right now.
Reebok gotta bring back the Florida Gator pumps. Like, I've been looking for those for 7 years now, maybe longer than that. But yeah, they had the Gator pumps.
eBay.
Bruh, I might need to
keep
check
telling y'all eBay, man.
Yeah.
I'm finna give y'all a cheat code, man. eBay a real cheat code.
For real, eBay got everything.
Everything, man. I've been on eBay for years, man. Like, man.
See, I got away from it as these newer, and not that I use Poshmark, but just apps like that make shopping so much easier, even on a local level. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got away from eBay, but nah, you definitely proving some points.
Yeah, eBay, they keep it authentic when it comes to the vintage stuff because the price is never gonna be crazy. Now, if you go like on one of these
Poshmark,
Grail, Poshmark, one of these, those dudes gonna run them prices
they
up.
Knock your head off.
Like a vintage tee, $200.
Yep, and that junk $2 at the thrift store.
Let me go in. It might have a hole in it.
Right.
Let me go on eBay real quick. Put in vintage,
straight up,
vintage Florida Marlins. $10 bet.
Yeah, and you might find more than one.
Straight up.
Yeah,
I was on eBay one time. I told Aaron, we need to start wholesaling.
I'm trying to tell you, whole nother market, man. Hey, man. Hey, I thought about that at one time too.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah, but it's so crazy with vintage stuff now because it's in.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, you can get vintage stuff for a real low price anywhere, but now, man, that's a thing now. It's a trend now to wear vintage stuff now.
Yeah.
So, it's funny because people used to thrift and you would look at them and be like, all right, well, you got your own style. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Today, thrifting is really a big thing again. You know what I'm saying? Not that it ever really dissipated, but like you said, a few years ago, it wasn't as prevalent. We weren't seeing as many people in thrifted T-shirts. We weren't seeing as many people thrifting, period, trying to turn that into a business and things of that sort. So it's cool to see it come back.
Facts, man. Facts.
So, real quick, like, while we on the topic of sneakers, I'm going to say this real quick before I get into the question. That silhouette, nobody doing this silhouette that Los doing. So
Hey, for sure.
if we see somebody drop it, we know you copy.
Yeah, for sure.
Green ass nigga.
We know you copy.
Facts.
We know
Big
he
facts.
copy it.
Big facts.
Green ass nigga.
One more time, just in case you niggas, you know.
All y'all on the Air Force One right now. Nobody doing that silhouette. So we start seeing that. We know where you got it from.
Big
Straight
facts.
up.
So
Big facts.
off the top of your head, man, with like too much thinking, like what's your top 5 favorite sneakers? I know that's a hard question, man.
It ain't-
try and answer it.
Hey, Jordan 1 Chicago.
Okay.
Bet.
Jordan 1 Chicago was red and white 12s. Man, that is a hard one, man.
Yeah, it's a hard question, man.
Air Force 1 high tops.
Okay.
Air Force 1 high tops.
The sheets.
Yeah, sheets. I love
Yes,
sheets,
sir.
man. I love the sheets, man. I love the sheets, man. Ooh, man, what's another one? Jordan 17s. Jordan
That's-
17s.
We don't hear that
man.
often. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm talking about the mids too, not
Yeah.
the lows. The mids, man, the mids. And I go with the Jordan 4s, man.
Okay.
That's
Jordan
my favorite
fours.
right there.
Jordan 4s, man.
I think the Jordan 8s are probably my favorites. The 7s are the 8s, man. Like the 8s were the first pair of Jordans that I ever saw. And I said, oh my God, what are those?
It's crazy.
Like
crazy.
The black and gray 8s, it was probably like 97 or something.
My
like-
favorite pair of the Aqua 8s.
Oh, that's
Aqua
mine.
8s.
That's my favorite pair, man.
That's what I think.
And that was my first pair of 8s.
Yeah.
That was my
I
first
think
pair
I
of 8s.
hold those black and silver joints so high because I never owned a pair. You know what I
They
mean?
hard,
like,
though. They hard.
Yeah, I don't even think did they
I
ever
don't,
retro
I don't think
those?
they retro them again. Nah.
Did they retro? Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't think they
I don't
retro
think
the black.
so.
Not the black and steel. Not the black and gray ones.
My homie,
good.
my brother's friend had them when they was in high school. I'm 5 years younger than him, so I was in
Yeah.
elementary school at this point.
Yeah.
Bruh, he took me to a high school game. We walking around the track, and his homie had them on. Bruh, I just stopped. I'm like, yo, you got to tell me everything about this sneaker.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't miss them. You can't miss them
not
with
at
the two
all.
straps. Yeah,
I'm
you can't.
telling
Yeah, you
man.
can't miss them, man.
And to me, like, I
Can't
think
miss 'em.
I love those just because, like, everything about that silhouette is so unique.
It is
So unique. Like, even the side of it where it's got the
waves.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
the wave
bro.
part, yeah.
And that's just what I was about to
Facts.
say. Like, it made me think about water. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
made me think, and being in Florida. You know what I mean? So it just resonated really dope
Yeah.
to me. So
Yeah, that's a dope sneaker though. Even the bottom, like even the sole,
Man,
like the bottom sole,
man,
of it,
dog,
man.
it's hard
Yeah,
as
that's a
fuck.
dope sneaker, man.
For sure,
That's
for
a
sure.
dope sneaker for real.
Yeah, that's when they was like actually taking their time designing the sneakers.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Tinker Hatfield.
Man,
did a
Tinker
lot of
went
the early-
crazy.
Yeah, Tinker
Yeah,
went crazy
yeah.
on a lot of sneakers, boy.
But even the fours, like, as I look through each shoe, you know what I mean? I try and think about where his mindset might have been.
Yeah.
And hearing him talk about some of the designs, it's just crazy how he saw these silhouettes
Yeah.
in his inspirations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I wanted something aerodynamic. So I
Yeah,
started looking at
what?
cars. And
Jets,
I'm like,
and
yeah.
what?
Like, yo,
Man,
like,
Panthers, man. They was man. The 13s made off of Panther, man.
straight up.
Off of Panther, man.
I was
That's-
seeing one. He was talking about the 14s. He said he was just like in Italy. He said he just seen like 2 Ferraris just pass by, and he was like, "Oh, that's the 14."
Yep. That's
That's
crazy.
Come on,
crazy.
man.
That's
That's crazy, man. That's
This
crazy.
is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
what I say. When you designing sneakers, man, you a different kind of genius.
Yes,
you a
bro.
different kind of genius, man.
I got and you designing yo. I
Like,
gave you
bruh,
a round of applause.
Another one. We need to add that to the board. Another one.
For sure. For sure, man.
But yeah, nah, definitely big kudos to you on the sneakers. I mean, even the shirts, the clothes. One thing that I do love about even your aesthetic, like when I go to your Instagram, there's a vintage feel to that. The way that the pictures are captured, the way that and shout out to your cameraman.
Yeah,
over there,
yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying, in the building. But the way that your pictures are captured, the way that you've, itemized your pictures and such, definitely speaks volumes. And I think it tells a lot about you before people might get the chance to hear this interview or any other interviews that you may do or have done, where you're explaining a lot of this in depth. So
yeah. Shout out to Julius, man. Boy, cameraman, he A1.
He nice with it.
He crazy with it.
What's his Instagram?
Crazy with it, man. Julius, what's your Instagram, man?
Mr. Fillmore.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all go and support that, man.
Sure.
I fuck with that name though.
Definitely. But I mean, I gotta tell this story though, man. Like the spark, like that really sparked these, like even making sneakers again, man. I know y'all know about Cool Kai.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so man, before I even started this brand, man, and we went to Miami. Cause we was catching on the Cool Kai early, man, before the wave. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I got a lot of them. Cause man, we caught on early. I was like, man, this dude here finna be crazy. So we went to Miami and went to a pop up. So I'm with my cousin. G-So. So man, we ride down there and man, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Grab the sneakers. I got to meet Kai. You know what I'm saying? Tell him what, you know what I'm like, man, you don't put your stamp on this, man. You put your stamp in the game with this. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So with the clothes and all, because you know he was doing clothing before the sneakers. Sneakers just took him to a whole nother level, man.
I was just about to say that, man. I used to like I like one of his best like collabs he ever did. He did a collab with like Cool Whip.
I got him.
You got that?
I got him,
and then
man.
he did like a Betty Boot fan like HBCU collab.
Yeah, man, crazy,
I was so
his
mad
team,
I couldn't get that.
Yeah, bro, his team is crazy, man. And like we went to the pop up, man. It was all his family, man. Working the dough, working the cash register, man.
Amazing,
all of them was family, man.
Yeah.
So it's dope how he did all of that. But that's what sparked me. I'm like, man, but when I get back, man, I'm finna get on it, man. Like this dude made it seem it's possible, man.
Right.
It's possible. Now I remember me and my cousin, man. On the ride back from Miami, man, we talk about this all the time, man, because I was like, man, bro, I'm finna get back and do this, bro. Like, I'm finna get on it. You know what I'm saying? That was the spark, to be honest. Like, man, when I came back, man, I did that. You know what I'm saying? I just got to work and just kept moving. Started 89 Los Originals and kept it moving. But that was the spark, like, man, because he let me see it. I'm like, man, I'm just watching. I'm like, man, well, this can be done, boy.
Straight up.
This can be done. I'm put my touch on it, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put Los on this, you know what I'm saying, and do it my way, you know what I'm saying? But it was like a spark that I forget, man. I was just hungry, man. Like I'm hungry now. I'm still hungry. Like it just put a fire in me, like, man, like I can do this, man. This is my passion, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep going with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got back, man, we had a long talk. Me and my cousin G-So, we just talking about it, man. So it just, you know what I'm saying, it's good to see what's going on right now, man, just to see where it came from. So, and it's still growing. So, you know, I'm just humble, man, and grateful and thankful, you know what I'm saying, thankful to God, man, for everything.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because the brand was made, you know what I'm saying, I tell people all the time, man, like I was going through a point in life where, you know what I'm saying, stuff just wasn't going right. So, you know what I'm saying, you know how that go.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, you go back to your passion, you know what I'm saying, you go back to what making, you know what I'm saying, what you love to do for real.
Right.
And it just bring, you know what I'm saying, like God just know what he be doing, man. He know what he be doing.
He don't make no mistakes.
At all.
Make
Don't make no mistakes at all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But follow your dreams, man. You'll never know where it's gonna take you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Don't
You,
be scared, yeah.
You said you had that other brand. The other brand didn't even work out. You said, man, I'm about to come back.
Yeah.
And I bet that other brand helped out because you knew what not to do this time.
Exactly. I knew exactly what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And you still gonna make mistakes, but I knew where I wanted to take it this time.
Yes, sir.
I knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it definitely helped me when I failed the first time because I knew, like you say, man, I knew what not to do.
One thing I always preach is there is no loss. You know what I mean? When you pursuing something that you love, a passion of any sort, there is no loss, only a lesson. You might spend a lot of money, but man, if you are a hustler for one, that's something I wholeheartedly believe. But two, if you just got drive, you'll get that money back.
Big phase.
If you are really putting your passion into it, if you really putting your heart into things, come back tenfold.
Yeah, and you ain't even got to be a hustler. It's gonna come to you if it's
Straight
a passion.
Like
you ain't no hustler.
That's it.
It's just the fact that you got a passion for it. You ain't finna stop.
Right.
You ain't finna stop. You might slow down. You might, but you ain't finna lay down. You ain't gonna lay down. And I was always around hustlers. Know what I'm saying? So that helped me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm around my brother. I'm around hustlers all day.
Yeah.
All day. So you know what I'm saying? So I
There's
knew what
never
time
hustle
it
on the
was.
east side.
Yeah, you gotta know that.
Yeah, straight up.
Gotta know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm around hustlers all the time. Grew up around hustlers. So you know what I'm saying? That's part of the DNA too. It's part of the blueprint.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all of that fall into place. All of that's in the brand too, man. It's just the drive though, man. But all together, it's just the passion, man. You got a passion for something, man, it's gonna go.
Yes, sir.
You ain't finna stop. You ain't finna lay down for nobody.
Right.
You ain't laying down for nobody, man. You gonna keep pushing.
Man, you preaching out here, man. I wish
Hey.
I wish I had some
keep
church
going.
music.
One time for Los, man.
Yeah. So let me ask you, like, before you caught on, because you said Cool Kyle was your inspiration. To be honest, brother, you there.
100%.
Before people caught on, like, what was some of your first supporters?
Man, to be honest, my family, like my circle support me, man. They crazy. Like my circle, like, you know how some people like, man, your family ain't gonna support you, the strangers gonna support you. My instance, man, man, my circle supported me. Like my brother, everybody, my family, everybody supported me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody supported me, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody supported me, man. But before it caught on, like even the dope boys, like, you know what I'm saying, they was wearing that stuff. Like they was looking at me like, man, you the next Virgil and all this. You know what I'm saying? They're like Freedom Boys too, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But when, you know what I'm saying, before that, they looked at me like Gucci.
Yeah.
They was already buying my varsity jackets for a certain, you know what I'm saying, $400-$500. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's from the jump. So you know, people ain't just gonna be spending no money like that. With no,
on a new brand,
so they saw something in me too. So you know what I'm saying, that was my first supporters. You know what I'm saying, before it hit Instagram and all of that, man, it was the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, it was friends and family. You know what I'm saying, yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's just how I went.
That's important.
Man. It's very important, man. Make sure your circle support you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If they ain't support you, man, you better get on.
Straight up.
Yeah, and a lot of celebs done wore your brand. So at what point did you see somebody wear your clothes and like, damn, I'm there, I'm it's up right now? Which particular one?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Papa like family though, man.
Yeah.
You know, all us from the neighborhood, but, man, a shout out to Seti, man.
Yeah,
Seti Hendrix.
Yeah, Seti Hendrix, man. Hey, man.
He doing his thing right now. Both of them, him and Papa.
Definitely, man. But Seti Hendrix, man, one of my memories with him, like my first time meeting him, was at the Yo Gotti video shoot.
Okay.
So man, I came in they like, man, you can go in the house, man, go in the house. I'm trying to get something to Gotti. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some merch to Gotti. So and I come there with a handful of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, just off the love. So man, I meet Seti in the back. And Sean, he like, man, that's the new stuff right there, man. I hand it to him, man. He take out what he got on immediately. You know, Seti, man, that's a fashion statement walking there, man. You know what I'm saying? Seti he just, man, he different, man. He different, man. So I already knew his energy when I first saw him, but man, immediately he just took out whatever he had on, man. Nah, man, I'm putting that on now. You know what I'm saying? And hooked him up, man, and he wore that whole day, man. I was like, but that's a real one there, boy.
Yeah, that's love.
That's a real one there, man. Yeah, man, but yeah. So that meant a lot, man. That meant a lot to me, man.
That's dope. Were you able to get Gotti the clothes?
Yeah, I did.
I remember seeing the pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that.
Yeah. Shout out to Gotti brother too, man, cause that's who gave it to him and linked up with him too, man. You know what I'm saying, he real good dude, man. So
that's dope.
Yeah, man, it worked out how it worked out, man. I feel like it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, some other stuff too coming, but it's all in the works, man.
You always feel it, man.
Yeah, you can feel it, man. Just being patient though.
For sure.
Being patient and keep moving. It's gonna come how it come.
That's it. Trust God. You know what I mean?
Got to.
So let me ask you, what do you like to hear most about your brand from the people?
Quality, man. It ain't nothing like when they get it. You know what I'm saying? When they finally get it and put it, when they put it in their hands, they like, man, hold on, man. Hey, what that?
It's cool to hear people say like, that's dope. You know, it looks good, shit like that when they see a picture. But when they actually have it in their hands and they're telling you their honest opinions in the moment, like while I can touch it, while I can, you know, show it off and things of that sort, I definitely think it resonates a lot more. You know, it goes a lot further once the item has been received.
Yeah, facts,
for
man.
sure.
So that's one of the big things, man. I love that because there's so much work that go behind it, man. It's so much like that people don't see.
Yeah,
you know
100%.
Yeah, there's so much that people don't see, man. Just And I take it so serious, and my daughter be like, man, she be like, man, you taking care of them clothes like that, like it's your baby or something, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's something you create. You know what I'm saying? You created that, so
you gotta appreciate.
You gotta appreciate it. Yeah, man, you made something from nothing for real. They started uphill.
100%. You
know what I'm saying?
That's important.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you did something, man. You did something special. So yeah, man. The quality, man. I love when people talk about the quality, man.
For sure.
Because that's what's going to take you a long way.
That's going to take it. Yeah, I was just about to say that's going to take it a long way.
It's going to separate you. That's the line. That's what's going to separate you.
Yeah, because you don't want to sell a T-shirt to somebody for $70 and they wash it one time. And
it's like, over. Yeah, it's over. All right, rip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so thin. You know what I'm saying? You can't rub against nothing. Bro. Yeah, it's over. It's over, man. Yeah, so that's a big thing, man. I like when the people talk about the quality, man.
Yeah.
They talk about the designs too, but the quality, man, I pay attention to that. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right.
For sure.
So nobody talk about this that much, and nobody really think about it when it comes to the clothing line. But like the most important part to me is the designs and whatnot. So how did you go about your designs? Do you just hop on Photoshop? What do you draw it? Like, how do you do your designs?
Photoshop. I done did Photoshop before. Got on there and just learned it. Go on YouTube and learn some stuff. And
YouTube Academy.
Yeah. But some like I say, sometimes inspiration. Like I might be watching a show or something and be like, man, dang, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna remix that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I look at colors, like certain color schemes and stuff like that, like on the designs, and be like, man, that's 90s light, that's 80s light. Like, man, that's a dope color there, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I try to just put my look on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of designs, not all of them, but most of them inspiration. Like I look at old shirts, old 70 shirts, 80 shirts, 90 shirts, and be like, man, I'm gonna flip that.
Yeah.
Same thing I was telling y'all I was doing when I was younger. That's how I look at clothes. Like that's inspiration to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you just got stuff in your head just being creative, you know what I'm saying? Just using your creativity.
Right.
You be like, man, damn, you know what? I'm gonna try something. Cause it's scary sometimes, cause you don't know if people gonna like your design. You might do it and be like, damn, man, I don't know if people gonna like this, but you just, hey, man, if it's good to you, man, you need to.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah.
Put that shit on.
Put it on, yeah, for real, yeah. So you gotta take chances, man. It's like it's crucial, man, cause you know what I'm saying. Everything might not pop.
For real.
Everything might not pop.
Some things might just take a little longer to pop. So.
Yep.
Trust in the vision for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know sometimes like you probably get a new fan and it'd be something you draw like a long ass time ago. I bet they hit you up like, man,
can I
drop it again? Yeah. And I hit them with, and it's so crazy because man, I always tell people, I'm like, man, that's what keep me creative because I don't redo nothing. I don't redo nothing, man. So everything I had ever dropped, I think I probably restart one thing. That's before Instagram and all of that. That's when I first started.
I hear that.
So yeah, but man, it keep me creative. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like you don't want to get in the mode of, man, I'm gonna keep doing this because it's selling. Because people gonna get tired of it. They gonna like, man, nah, man, you know,
100%.
You keep doing the same. Like you gotta have something different now. You know, so you can't keep playing with us like that. Now the people gonna catch on.
Straight up.
So yeah, man. So. Man, most of the stuff I just drop it like one time, or I do like one colorway, you know what I'm saying? If you miss it, you miss it, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be on point.
Yeah.
You gotta be on point. So that keep me creative, like, man, I know I can't do that colorway again, so man, you gotta keep them juices going. Yeah, you gotta get right.
Yeah, keep you on your toes.
Yeah, keep you on your toes. Yep, keep you on your toes, man.
What do you think about like designers that do like the pre-order type style where they show like a picture of the shirt and then like, oh, you gotta wait so and so months to get it. What you call it, man? I'm gonna drop bruh name. Warren Lotus. He do like the skull tees and like he do like a bunch of
with the big faces on it.
Yeah, like he did like the Kobe shirt where like he was like Kobe with like a skeleton. Is his name Warren? I'll pull him up.
Yeah, you gotta let me tell you. You gotta let me see him.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you said it take months for the pre-order?
I bought a shirt from him. I bought 2 shirts. He did a Sixers one.
That's crucial though, man.
And he did a Rocket. He did a Rockets one. No lie, I ain't get the shirt for like 5 months.
No, man, I can't go for that.
How you feel? A lot of people doing that now.
Dang, that's crucial. Yeah, I seen them type of shirts. Yeah. Man, that's too long, man.
And they expensive, like both tees.
They expensive as fuck.
I paid $110 for the TET. And a lot of people doing that. How do you feel about that? Because it's like I feel like that's killing the game, but I'll let you speak on it because you an actual designer.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, man, I can't do that, man. I ain't gonna let you wait that long because I know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I done paid this much money, man. I need that. You know what I'm saying? I need that. Like, but that go back to what I was telling y'all too. Like, man, I'm not even to put it out like that till I got it, man.
Straight up.
Until I got it. It's good to see, like, you know what I'm saying, people like snippets, like putting little snippets out there. But when you start saying, like, man, you can go and buy it now too, though. People really want that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you through the internet, you know what I'm saying? But
Straight up.
They spending that money, man. They like,
they want it tonight.
I really want this shirt right now, though. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying, bro.
Yeah,
I want this shirt, man.
Once they spend that money, though, nothing else matter.
Don't matter.
Your house could catch fire. Hey, when you gonna be able to send them tees?
Yeah, so I ain't knocking it though, hey man. Hey,
straight up. You spent,
But you know what I'm saying? Just me thinking of how I would be, man. Just thinking of the people, man. I'm like, man, they want these shirts now, man. So I won't let you wait that long. Now, if it's a week or two or something like that, that's something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah.
4-5 months.
Yeah, that's crucial, though, man. That's crucial, though, man.
This question for everybody: what's the longest y'all wait for some clothes?
Longest. Man, it can't.
I ain't got a lick of patience personally, so if I can't,
it can't go past no 3 weeks, bro.
I just got into online shopping like 2 years ago. Yeah, being real, you know what I'm saying? Like 100%.
And I've been online shopping for years.
Like prior to this, the only time I would online shop would be like if I was just casually shopping in the sense like, let me check to see what this site has today kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But if I couldn't pay for it and go and pick it up at night or, you know what I'm saying, like get it tomorrow kind of thing, I shied away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still new to...
I've been online shopping since high school.
Yeah, me too. Me too, bro.
I remember Karma Loop and all that. Yeah. I probably caught one t-shirt off Karma Loop, and when I had to wait for shipping, and it wasn't nothing. It was like a week. I was like, nah, bro.
Karma Loop, boy.
Karma Loop. Throwback. Hold on. This is a real throwback. I don't know if y'all remember this. Digital Gravel.
What?
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Digital
right
Gravel, there. Dr. J's. I don't know if y'all know Dr. J's.
Come on, man.
Yeah, boy. But you hit with Karma Loop, though. But Karma Loop was that fire.
Yeah. Karma Loop, boy, used to have me up at night.
Stayed like, on there.
Man, I need TND. You don't even hear that brand no more.
Throwback. I remember that, man.
Nah, you be in the checkout. You like, hold up, I need that 20% off code.
Yep. Yeah. Let's go grab something else. Yeah, let me run it up one time.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's throwback though, man. Yeah, a lot done changed though, man. A lot has changed, man. A lot has changed, man.
How do you feel about it though? Do you like the direct to consumer shopping, like with Instagram and a lot more social events popping up today? Like I feel like growing up, we didn't have as many social events to where, you know, you could go and shop essentially almost every weekend.
Yeah.
You know, today I feel like whether it's I have to travel an hour, 30 minutes, whatever the case, you have somewhere you can go and pull up to a vendor event every week today. Mm-hmm. When it comes to fashion and even entertainment in some regards. But do you feel like it's better today being able to sell using Instagram, Facebook, social sites like that, opposed to trying to utilize websites, like a more traditional service, let me say?
Yeah. Like I say, I kind of like it how it is now, man, because there's more outlets now. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's quicker. You know what I'm saying? It's quicker to do like online and all of that stuff, but it's still cool to meet people and, you know what I'm saying, like do meetups. Like I say that all the time. Like even though I got a website, man, it's cool to meet up with some of your customers sometimes.
Yeah,
and hand to hand exchange. Yeah,
for sure.
Because they get to tell you stuff. You know what I'm saying? They give you opinions, stuff that you can take back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it work out that way. But you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I like the internet better, man. I like how they doing it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's more outlets, like you said, more events to do stuff. Like you got the black market that they be having. You can walk up and shop everywhere and do that kind of stuff. So man, it's a lot of different outlets with it now, man.
It makes it a lot more accessible.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's a good thing.
Definitely.
But you definitely said something like having those one-on-one experiences. So when I sell rugs from time to time for people that are local, I always give them the option to come up to the studio and pick up the rug. And man, I've gotten some of the best stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got some good laughs. Like it be days I'm slaving in here. Somebody come and pick up a rug at 9:30 at night, and they tell me a story or a joke or something.
Facts.
And man, it made everything else just, you know what I mean? Like I forgot about the day. You know?
Yeah, for real, man. They gonna tell you everything, man.
100%. You give a person time to talk.
Yeah, it's plenty of days, man. I'm like, man, let me go drop this shirt off. Then I think this gonna be a quick wrap, man. I come back like 30 minutes later, man. My wife's like, man, you come back, like, man. I'm talking, man.
Straight up.
They telling me what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm listening, man. Yeah, so yeah, it work out like that. I like it like that, though.
You definitely seem like a man of the people, so
Love the people, man. Love the people.
it works out.
Joe question got me thinking, like, do you ever want to make a store? Like have an actual store?
Yeah, I do, man.
It's gonna be a Jax.
Gotta be.
I was gonna say,
Gotta be, man. Gotta be, man. Definitely a vision, man. Definitely a vision.
Just start out, man.
Yeah.
You got boss up, man.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Then
LA.
work your way New York. You know what I mean?
Miami.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. Los Originals taking over.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yeah, you gotta have a vision, man. Yeah, as long as you got a vision and a dream, man.
That's it. That's
ain't
it.
no telling, man.
Man, straight
Ain't no
up.
telling.
Ain't nothing stop you.
What's some of your dream brands you want to collab with?
Ronnie, man.
Ronnie P.
Yes, man. Ronnie.
That's top 10. Huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
sir. Yes,
Kai. Cool Kai. Right now, man, I still want to do something with Nike, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I love to do something with Nike.
I think that would, it would be a disservice to anybody to not list Nike on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them some of the brands that I really rock with like that. A local brand too, man. Menace 57.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Trent.
Trent.
Yeah.
He been doing this thing too.
Man, Trent been doing it for me. He finna celebrate 10 years, man.
Word. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's
Trent
up.
been in the game for a minute, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, him like somebody locally like that, man. I always want to do something with him, man.
I might
Even though
be
we got other good brands too. We got a lot of other good brands in Jacksonville too. But you know what I'm saying? Me and Trent knew each other in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah, I remember he went to Wilson.
Yeah, he went to Wilson too.
I might be tripping. Like I feel like he was like one of the first ones locally with a brand.
He probably was.
I don't want to be like, oh, the Soldier Boy. I'm the first to do this, but I think he got to be the first one.
I think I don't want to turn this into anything, but I know the first person I heard of was William Boston.
William Boston.
Oh,
Yeah.
William Boston is like legend in the city. You know what I mean?
Man.
Just from having pushed his brand for years and years and years. Much like yourself, he got his shoes that he started doing as well. So I mean, it's amazing to see what you all have accomplished. You know what I'm saying? From a local standpoint as well as from an inspirational standpoint, you know. But I don't use local to belittle or to keep you all regional or anything of that sort. You know what I mean? But just saying it to say, from close proximity, you don't often think of, you'll find a brand that does inspire you in such a way. You know what I mean? And then to have such dope designs and things of that sort. So
You said that. You said
hit the wrong button, but
You said that.
Yeah,
You said
I
that.
definitely want to clap it up for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That. And I can't even leave on William Boston now because he like a mentor, man.
Yeah,
Like,
hey.
I went to him with questions for real. Like, man, hey, man, I need this, man. I need this, man. And he's so helpful, man. That's a dude of the people too, man. Like, man, William gonna help anybody, man.
For sure. And if y'all ain't familiar, tap in with him on Instagram.
Definitely.
He gives a lot of free game out. I mean, just on Instagram alone, he talks a lot about the fashion and different ways you can level up,
Definitely,
entrepreneurship.
Man.
So
Definitely.
Man, big shout out to William.
Yeah, man, definitely. And it's good to know, like, it's people in Jacksonville like that, because, man, I feel like how we look at Atlanta, like, people like, man, you got to go to Atlanta to New York to go see fashion. I'm like, man, we really want to start it here. So it's like, man, I feel like we pioneering something right now.
For sure, you
to
definitely
be honest,
are.
like, I feel like we the pioneers of fashion right now in Jacksonville, because it's growing. It's starting to grow here. So, Man, we got so many different stuff, man. Like, man, it's crazy stuff, man. Like, we got some of everything in Jacksonville right now, man.
For sure. And I'm gonna also salute y'all again, just because I would say this: Jacksonville is a huge city. One that goes without saying, biggest city in the nation, of course. But as far as the people goes, it's still big enough to where brands can get lost within the city.
Yeah.
So for you all to be able to establish such a name that does touch each side of the city, that resonates with so many people, man, that's a major accomplishment. So
yeah.
Again, man.
Yeah, because this just in my neighborhood alone, man, it's different stuff. We got neighborhood royalty.
Shout out to E-Dub, man. Shout out to E-Dub, man.
Yeah, neighborhood royalty.
And he doing his thing with it, man. That's my dog.
Yeah, it's a lot of different brands, man. A lot of different brands.
Marcus White.
Yeah, Marcus White.
Yes,
Yeah, Marcus
sir.
White.
Yes,
That's
sir.
another one. Yeah, that's another
White
one, man.
coat.
Yep. So it's a lot of dope stuff, man. And it's
sure.
all different too, man. That's what I
Man.
like about it. I'm like, man, dang, like it's really different flavors in the city for real.
For sure.
There's different flavors out here. So man, I love it, man. I love it, man.
Yeah, man. Like I say, I tip my hat to y'all. You said it best, that y'all are pioneering something. You know what I mean? We love what y'all are doing. We ask that y'all keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep inspiring the city. Keep inspiring, those outside of the city. Like you said, we want Jacksonville to be one of those hubs. So
Definitely.
Yeah, because the youth definitely watching, and like you said it earlier, Los, like the generation before us, I don't think they really had nobody doing it like this.
Oh, man.
And we didn't have anybody that passed down the game.
Exactly.
Whether it was
didn't.
music, entertainment, fashion, we didn't have anyone that passed down the game. I feel like those that made it out of Jacksonville, and this ain't no disrespect to nobody, but those that came before us and really made it out of the city, stayed out of the city.
Yeah.
Or they came back and just fucked with people in the city. It wasn't like there was an upbringing, So we did see in my opinion, a large gap of time to where, we had prominent figures that could have made things happen. And then it seemed like a lot of these, creative avenues just kind of fell silent for a while. Now we're seeing it rave, back into the main front. But again, man, I salute y'all.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's work, man. But it's good work.
Yeah, and I think, like Amp said, I personally never thought growing up I'd meet someone that made their own shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not something that we talk about. That's not something that we see often. You know what I mean? So for you to be able to do it, shout out to Magnus is Greater, shout out to William Boston, you know what I mean? To everybody that is doing it, but to be able to see you one close hand, know that you're in the city, things like that, major inspirational factors.
Yeah.
And I love that we got you on the show to talk about these things, because for those of you all that are interested in doing it, man, take a lot of what he said to heart and really find a way. If you have any questions, I'm sure you can reach out to him. And it's a lot of people around you I'm sure you could reach out to. But
definitely, yeah, because I'm on Instagram and Facebook, man. So Facebook, Carlos Foster, on Instagram, 1989_Los_originals.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
And it sounds cliche, man. Like anything you want to do, bro, you can do it.
Yeah,
100%. And that's what we trying to inspire here and motivate.
Yeah, that's why if you man, me and my homeboys, man, we call ourselves guys, man, but we don't just say that just to say that, man. We say that because man, you made in the image of God.
100%.
So it's in you. It's
he
in
is
you.
I and I am he.
Yes, it's in you, man. So you know what I'm saying? You a God and a goddess, man. So you know what I'm saying? You create. That's what gods do. You create, man. And that's what we do. Man, so yeah, man, believe in yourself and man, create something. At the end of the day, create something.
Amen.
Definitely. So Los, man, you're a family man. How is it balancing the clothing line and family life?
Oh man, it's great. You see, I got my daughter over there with me right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Man.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Knocked out. But yeah, she caught the good parts. She caught the good parts. But, yeah, I got to.
Yeah, she was paying attention heavy. I seen her over there.
Yeah, she was locked in.
And she got it in on this NBA jail.
Oh
too,
yeah,
so.
yeah. And we got to run it back too, though, man.
Say less.
yeah.
Y'all know I'm undefeated. Just
but family play a big part of a big part of everything, because that's a real lifestyle for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you know what I'm saying. They know when they wake up, they gonna see daddy. You know what I'm saying? So man, and I just want them to see, man, like chase your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like daddy was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I tell them all the time, man. This is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? This is a passion that you know what I'm saying. I left for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had priorities with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With just taking care of family and, you know what I'm saying, doing what I got to do, because that's the everyday thing. So that's something I take to heart for real. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy, but, you know, you put God first and you got to balance stuff out. You just got to balance stuff out, man, because it's going to come with trials and tribulations, man.
Wow.
Trying to balance
things,
business and family, man, because guess what, man? Some days, man, that business it's gonna overpower some days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some days you gotta focus on that business, you know what I'm saying? Because it's bringing in money.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing in money that's finna support your family. So
Straight up.
you know what I'm saying? So
And I could imagine it's vice versa too.
yeah, vice versa. So some days you gotta be with the family, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't finna get that time back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose that time, focus on business so much, man. You done missed out on your kids, you know what I'm saying? So stay locked in with your kids too. So it's all about balance, man.
For
It's
sure.
all about balance, man. So it ain't an easy thing, but it's something life teaching me too. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you it's easy, you know what I'm saying? Because I done took, like you say, man, I done took losses doing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it come with a lot, man.
It's dope that you learned that, because a lot of people that like real successful, they ask them like, what's their biggest regrets? And like all the time they be like, oh man, I ain't spend enough time with a certain family member. I ain't spend enough time with my friends. I ain't focused on myself. I put too much time into the business. Like I'm a billionaire now. Like I got all the money I want, but I didn't put enough time into myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it can be like that because you can get locked in. You know what I'm saying? When
Tom Brady.
Yeah, you get locked in.
That's a good ass example.
But,
Hey.
you get locked in, man. You don't see nothing else, man. Especially when you start seeing real money. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
When you start seeing some real money, man.
Hell yeah.
Man, you get locked in, man. You done forgot about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep that balance and stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Stay grounded and, you know what I'm saying, get yourself back together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get yourself back together. So don't lose focus of that. Now you can't lose focus of family.
That's real.
Don't ever lose focus of family, because that's what's gonna be there when it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
When it's
up.
gone, if you make
Straight
it, you
up.
make it or not. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They was there before that. So don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that ever.
100%.
All right, I got one more. You got any more questions for Los?
Man, I think I've asked everything.
I'm gonna say this, man. Before I get my last question, it's been an amazing episode, man.
100%.
Los,
100%.
how many interviews you done did, Los?
Man, I never did an interview, man.
Hey, man, you
came to the right place,
Yeah.
my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And of
man.
course, man, it's so good. We definitely have to have you come back, man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
rock
Sure.
with us some
Oh,
more.
yeah.
some
Hit it
more.
up. Definitely
All right,
coming back,
so
man.
I'm gonna end it with this, and it's a cliche question, but I feel like it's always a good question. Where do you see yourself with your brand in the next 5 years?
Man, I think I'm gonna have a team, man.
That's
There you
good.
go.
Right now, man, I'm a one man band. Like, I know if you look on Instagram, you be like, man, dang, he a model too. He model and stuff. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, the people like, dang, boy, he a model.
Yeah.
Like, no, man, it's just I'm a one man band right now. So I know definitely in 5 years, man, more merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More merch, and man, I'll probably have a team by then, man. Hopefully, I got a team.
For
You know what I'm saying? To balance this stuff out, because, man, I do a lot, man.
Yeah.
I do a lot. When you doing it all by yourself, man.
Man, it ain't never enough time in the day.
No, man. So hopefully, man, I learn more of the business side too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get all that stuff, you don't know that business side, man. It ain't finna, your foundation ain't finna, you ain't really finna go to, you ain't finna do too much.
Sure.
Straight
So
up.
5 years, man, I see, man, more merch, man, better, man, more designs, better stuff coming, man. Yeah, better stuff coming, man. I don't want to give y'all too much yet, man. I don't want to spoil nothing.
Right.
I don't want to spoil nothing, man.
Hey, man,
So-
he got a Maybach on the way or something.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil nothing. Yeah, man.
He said, I done already signed a major deal. I'm just waiting, to hire my help now. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I see it in your future, man. I see
Yeah,
brand
nah,
deals,
for
all
sure.
that, man.
For sure. You on the right track, man.
I appreciate it, y'all, man. I appreciate
sure.
it.
I ain't a psychic, but man, I keep saying store. I think you can get a store, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, it might be in the card soon.
Hey, man. You know, God working, man. That's all
Straight
I'm gonna tell
up.
you, man. God working.
What DJ Keller said, God did.
What?
Yeah.
God did. Y'all didn't, hey, man, believe in me, man.
Straight up.
Damn,
Straight
believe
up.
in me.
Yeah.
You believe. Some still don't believe, man.
Man,
Till
look.
hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, if
Till
you
it
don't
go,
believe,
man.
wait,
Till it
if
go.
You don't believe at this point. you sleep. You gonna stay asleep forever.
Straight up. Straight
go,
nah.
man.
You gonna be one of them mad motherfuckers 2 years from now talking about, man, I could have been right on his team or
yeah. But the ones who know, man, they know, man. They know, man. Like it's crazy, man. Cause man, I was talking to one dude who buy merch from me, man, and he was like, man. I like, man, I didn't see you wear it like you said you was gonna wear. He like, man, you know what cause, man? I put it up, man. I'm collecting it, bro.
That's
like,
real.
Man, I'm collecting. I ain't even taking it out to rap, man. I said, boy, that's what's up, boy.
That's real.
That's something I would do, man.
Yeah,
man.
For real.
So, man. So God got it. He got something planned for me, man. So I'm gonna just sit back and keep working, man.
That's it.
Keep
That's
working.
it, man. Keep
That's
grinding.
all I can do, man. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
grind, cause it's gonna get done.
For sure.
All right, man. Joe, you say you ain't got no more questions, but Los, man, we're gonna have to.
And I appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely gonna have to
sit
have
down
you
with
back.
you again.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
Well, you might be sitting down off air soon, so.
Hey, for real. Hey,
For real.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for the visit,
sir.
man. Y'all got
man.
y'all got this stuff set up so raw, man.
We appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, man, the feel of this and everything, man. I just knew it was gonna be on point, man.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
knew it was
sir.
gonna be on point, man.
Hey man, you brought the great energy. The least we could do is match it with the vibes.
For sure. Definitely brought the vibes, man.
Hey, man, we're gonna stamp it, man. We the hottest podcast in the city.
Man, that goes without saying.
Hottest designer in the city.
Goes without
Killing.
saying.
We had to collab and drop a classic.
Big facts. It's definitely going in the books, boy.
Yes,
It's
sir.
definitely going in the books till next time, man.
Yes, sir. Los, man.
Go ahead
We
and
call
plug.
that the viral camera, man. Look into that camera. Drop all your tags, all your social medias, everything where they can find you.
Hey, man, Facebook, Carlos Foster. Y'all write that down, man. On Instagram, 1989_Los_originals, man. All y'all can go to Mansa Los. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal Instagram. If y'all want to hit me up personal, man, y'all can hit me up in my DMs. Man, I want to put my number on here, but that's crucial. I ain't finna do all that, man.
Don't do that,
but
man. We get like
that's crucial.
20K episodes. Blow your phone up.
But yeah, man, y'all tap in, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all can write me on anything, man. I'm gonna respond back, man. I love the people, man. I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I love the communication, man. And that's it, man.
Hey, man.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Classic episode, man.
Man.
Big facts.
Hey, where's your website? Let them know your
Oh
website.
yeah, gotta get y'all the website,
Come
man.
on.
89losoriginals.com. Can't
Y'all-
miss that.
Hey,
Can't
as
miss
soon
that.
as you close out this, matter of fact, Apple got the update. You can watch the video while you surf on the web and all kinds of shit. Go ahead and double box it up. Go ahead and check out 1989losoriginals.com. Get you a shirt, some socks,
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah, it's some new
and when
stuff
them
coming,
shoes
man.
come,
It's some new stuff coming,
you
man.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's new stuff coming, man.
Go ahead and save it to your favorites.
Yeah.
All right. When the sneakers dropping, too?
Man, they on the way, man. They on the way. We working right now because I'm gonna make sure they good for y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Hey,
So y'all got a real sneak peek today, man. Y'all got a real deal sneak peek, man. So
now
real
when they
exclusive.
drop, you got to give us the heads up so we could go ahead and be that first purchase.
Hey,
You know
for
what
sure,
I mean?
For
Like-
sure. Definitely having another pop up too in the future, man. So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all tap in, man. Y'all follow that, man, cause y'all don't want to miss this stuff, man.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's gonna happen, man. So y'all tap in and stay locked in. Stay locked in, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's been another episode, Random Acts of Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Random Acts of Podcast, Instagram, RAO Podcast. Most important, the Patreon. If you want these episodes early, patreon.com/RAO Podcast. Jump in one of those tiers, get bonus episodes. Me and Joe be dropping a ton of bonus episodes on y'all. If y'all want to tap into the exclusiveness, patreon.com/RAO Podcast. And most important, salute to Spotify.
Yes, sir.
Go on our Spotify page, Random Acts of Podcast. Give us 5 stars.
Run it up.
Run it up for them boys, man.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
boys
Real
official,
quick.
man.
Lo say he a Bulls fan, so you know, me and Al, we like Jordan and Pippen in this shit, man. So you know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, for
Y'all
sure.
tap in, you know what I mean?
For
Lock
sure.
in on everything. You don't want to miss yet.
And these boys dropping 30 and 30, man. These boys terrorizing right now, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all boys tap in, man. Follow them boys, man. Tap in, man. Something special going on right now, man. Y'all be a part of it.
For real.
Yeah, man. With all that said, we out.